Alejandro Garnacho from Chelsea to Arsenal. Here we go. Agreement done also club to club after the player accepted the contract proposal and agreed the personal terms at the beginning of the current week. Now everything done. Also between the clubs, Chelsea and Arsenal, agreement in place for a package worth more than £50 million.
The January transfer window is open, and one of the big early moves looks to be that man, Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo.
Arteta's admiration turned strategic. Why a sensational £65 million plus £10 million add-ons Premier League star has become Arsenal's leading target. Arsenal's title charge continues to gather momentum as Mikel Arteta's side sit proudly at the summit of the Premier League table. Fresh from a dramatic 3-2 victory over Bournemouth and helped by Manchester City's recent stumbles, the Gunners now enjoy a 6-point cushion at the top. Yet even amid such success, Arteta is already looking ahead. Reports suggest a sensational Premier League star, valued at £65 million plus £10 million in add-ons, has emerged as a leading Arsenal target, one the manager himself is a known admirer of. This in-depth article explores Arsenal's current form, Arteta's transfer philosophy, squad needs, and why this versatile, highly rated star could be the missing piece in a title-winning puzzle. Arsenal's relentless march at the summit. Arsenal's 2025-26 Premier League campaign has, so far, been defined by control, resilience, and a sense of maturity that marks genuine title contenders. The 3-2 victory over AFC Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium was not merely another 3 points, it was a statement of intent. Winning away from home in difficult circumstances has long been the hallmark of champions, and Arsenal displayed precisely that quality. While rivals have faltered, the Gunners have remained consistent. Manchester City's recent draws against Sunderland and Chelsea have opened the door, and Arsenal have stepped through it with confidence. 6 points clear at the top, the North London club now find themselves in a position of strength, one earned through months of tactical discipline, squad rotation, and belief in Arteta's vision. Arteta's transfer philosophy: stability over short-termism. Speaking candidly about Arsenal's approach to the transfer window, Arteta emphasized balance and foresight. We are open to every option. Obviously, if we can find a solution that is short, medium, or long, it's always much better because it gives you stability and you don't have to constantly start a process with a new player. This quote encapsulates Arteta's philosophy perfectly. He is not interested in panic buys or temporary fixes that disrupt the squad's harmony. Instead, he seeks players who can contribute immediately while also fitting into Arsenal's long-term project. Since his appointment, Arteta has overseen a cultural reset at the Emirates Stadium. Recruitment has been targeted, character-driven, and aligned with a clear tactical identity. The likes of Declan Rice, Jurrien Timber, and others were not just signings, they were statements of intent. So when reports emerge that Arteta is personally keen on a new £65 million rated Premier League star, it carries significant weight. A squad tested by injuries. Despite Arsenal's strong league position, cracks have occasionally appeared, particularly in defensive depth. Injuries to Jurrien Timber and Ben White forced Arteta into creative solutions, including deploying Declan Rice at right back during the 2-1 victory over Brighton and Hove Albion last month. While Rice performed admirably, his presence in defense underlined a key issue. Arsenal are light in certain positions. A long season, especially one involving European commitments and domestic cup competitions, demands depth as well as quality. Right back in particular has emerged as an area of concern. Timber's injuries have limited his availability, while White has also spent spells on the sidelines. Arteta's system relies heavily on fullbacks who can invert into midfield, progress the ball under pressure, and contribute both defensively and offensively. Not every defender can fulfill these demands. This context makes Arsenal's reported interest in a versatile Premier League star all the more logical. A sensational target emerges. According to Football Transfers, Arsenal have identified a sensational Premier League star as a leading target. Valued at £65 million with an additional £10 million in potential add-ons, the player is reportedly admired by both Arteta and sporting director Andrea Berta. What makes this player stand out is not just raw talent, but versatility. Comparisons have been drawn to Jurrien Timber, one of Arteta's most trusted profiles. The belief within Arsenal's recruitment team is that this star could slot seamlessly into the right-back role, while also offering the flexibility to operate on the left. Such adaptability is gold dust in modern football, especially in Arteta's fluid system. Fullbacks are no longer confined to touchline defending. They are central to build-up play, pressing structures, and attacking transitions. Tactical fit. Why Arteta is a fan. Arteta's admiration for this Premier League star reportedly stems from several key attributes. Positional intelligence. The player reads the game exceptionally well, knowing when to tuck into midfield and when to hold width. Technical security. Comfortable under pressure, he maintains possession in tight spaces, an essential trait for Arsenal's possession-heavy style. Athleticism and durability. Premier League proven, he can handle the league's physical demands while maintaining high performance levels. Versatility. Capable of playing on both flanks and potentially even higher up the field, he offers Arteta tactical flexibility. In a title race where marginal gains can decide everything, such qualities are invaluable. The price tag, £65 million plus £10 million in add-ons. The reported £65 million fee plus £10 million in add-ons may raise eyebrows, but it reflects the current market reality. Proven Premier League players command a premium, particularly those entering their prime years. From Arsenal's perspective, the investment could be justified on multiple levels. Firstly, the player's immediate contribution could strengthen a title push. Secondly, his age profile suggests long-term value, either as a cornerstone of the squad or a future asset. Arteta and Berta are known to be meticulous negotiators. Arsenal will not overspend recklessly, but they are no longer afraid to pay top dollar for the right player. The Declan Rice deal proved as much, and few would argue now that investment was misguided. Sensational. Praise from Alan Shearer. Few voices carry more authority in English football than Alan Shearer. When the Newcastle United legend describes a player as sensational, it demands attention. Shearer's praise reflects not just highlight reel moments, but consistent excellence. Establishing yourself in the Premier League is no small feat, and this player has done just that, amassing over 100 top league appearances by the age of 23. Experience matters in title races. Players who understand the league's tempo, intensity, and unforgiving nature often adapt quicker into new environments. This Premier League star would arrive at Arsenal without the bedding-in period often required for overseas signings. International recognition and composure. The player's qualities have not been unnoticed at international level either. Having forced his way into Thomas Tuchel's plans, he delivered a composed performance for England against Serbia in September, further evidence of his temperament on big stages. Statistically, his game stands up to scrutiny. Over the past year, he has averaged a pass completion rate of 85.8%, placing him in the 91st percentile among fullbacks. Such numbers underline his suitability for a possession-dominant side like Arsenal. Composure, decision-making, and technical reliability are non-negotiables for Arteta. This player ticks all three boxes. Beyond defense, an attacking dimension. While Arsenal boast the best attacking record in the Premier League, there are hints of potential change in the forward line. Reports suggesting Leandro Trossard is unhappy have sparked speculation about attacking reinforcements. Interestingly, the same Premier League star being monitored for defensive depth is also capable of contributing offensively. Comfortable carrying the ball forward, delivering accurate crosses, and even operating higher up the field, he could add a new dimension to Arsenal's attack. With Bukayo Saka shouldering a heavy workload and Victor Gyökeres requiring competition, squad balance becomes crucial. Arteta's best teams have always blended defensive solidity with fluid attacking movement, and versatile players are the glue that holds this balance together. Competition and squad harmony. One of Arteta's greatest achievements has been fostering healthy competition without fracturing squad unity. Bringing in a high-profile signing always carries risk, but Arsenal's recent recruitment suggests lessons have been learned. Rather than displacing existing players outright, the new arrival would likely enhance competition, push standards higher, and provide cover during inevitable injury spells. Timber, White, and others would benefit from rotation rather than being overworked. In modern football, depth is not a luxury, it is a necessity. January window, risk or opportunity? January transfer windows are notoriously tricky. Selling clubs are reluctant, prices inflate, and integration time is limited. Yet for clubs in Arsenal's position, January can be transformative. Arteta's openness to reinforcements suggests that the club is prepared to act if the right opportunity arises. The emphasis, as always, will be on long-term fit rather than short-term panic. If Arsenal can secure a player they believe in, one Arteta personally admires, the timing may not be as important as the profile. Psychological impact on the title race. Signings are not just about on-field contributions, they send messages. Landing a sensational Premier League star for £65 million plus £10 million in add-ons would signal Arsenal's intent to rivals and reassure supporters that the club is fully committed to the title fight. Manchester City, Liverpool, and others will be watching closely. Momentum is fragile, and confidence can swing on perception as much as results. A marquee addition could tilt the psychological balance further in Arsenal's favor. A natural evolution of Arteta's Arsenal. This potential signing feels like a natural evolution rather than a radical shift. Arteta's Arsenal has grown season by season, first restoring discipline, then adding quality, and now refining depth. The manager is no longer building, he is polishing. Each addition must elevate the collective, not disrupt it. A versatile, Premier League-proven star, praised as sensational by Alan Shearer, fits perfectly into that narrative.